Alright, so 3 Queen songs with 2 chords. But there is, of course, a trick to this, because we're actually taking 2 chord shapes and moving them around the fretboard to play lots of different chords. But we're mainly in the key of A, and we're playing a 1-finger A major chord. Now we can make this A major just by a little kink of this first finger like this. And we can get the major 3rd ringing out, and even the thinnest string if you want, but we actually don't need to. All we need to do is make sure that strings 2, 3 and 4 are ringing out, and when we're down here we can keep the open A ringing out as well. And that is just an A major chord played with 1 finger. The second chord is a D over A, which the combination of these 2 is kind of the chord of rock. You know, it's the chord progression of rock. It is not specific to Queen, and this is something that Brian May has tended to lean on over the years to kind of rock up any other Queen song. You know, when he's leaning on rock, he'll do this kind of thing. And the first thing we're going to do is move that 12 frets up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Which, if you know your music theory, you know 12 frets is an octave, so 12 frets horizontally, that moves as an octave up. We're still playing an A chord up here, and we're still playing a D over A when we do this. It's all the same notes, but 12 frets up. And if we strum the A, hammer on these 2 fingers, the middle finger and 3rd finger, and do the opposite, flick off to the A, we have the It's a Kind of Magic little lead break. That's open A string, 2nd fret, open E string. You can strum each of them as well. It's that same position where Brian does We Will Rock You. Lots of strumming in that one. I've got a full tutorial for that one, which I'll link to in the description below. But my main focus for this whole video, as well as just getting you to be aware of these chords, especially if you want to bring on your rock rhythm playing, because it's loads of Rolling Stones riffs. Like all of them. And we don't even really have to tune down to open G to do it, though it sounds better if you do, but we can just mute string 5 with the top of the 1st finger. So many other songs. Rock and Roll Damnation by AC/DC and so many others, you know, all the rock and roll ones. Rock and Roll Train. All that kind of thing, but it is, of course, Hammer to Fall. Cool thing it does in Hammer to Fall is move this D over A chord up 2 frets, so it's a B over E. And then if you want to stay strict to my YouTube title, you'd move back to the A chord. But the actual thing it does is move up to an A major played like this, like 3 notes from the bar chord one, but just 1, 2, 3, kind of like the really easy way of playing an F chord, F major 7, moving that up to 5th fret, fret 6 and fret 7. And that is down, up, down, D over A, mute. Down, up, down, down, up, down. And the amazing thing is, he's even got more of a melody out of it, more of a riff. It's those same 2 chord shapes, but up at the 9th fret. This is 2 notes from an A major chord as well, or 3 notes, sorry. still an A major chord, to a flat first finger, to an E chord, and then D over A to A chord. So it's kind of A major, E major, D major, A. Something very cool to have a play about but what I really want you to know is that this is a method that turns kind of the easiest chords to play on guitar, like the one finger power chord E, A and D, and especially of course this A major with one finger, to this chords of rock, these chords of rock, the A major and the D over A. But then this also really prepares you not only for bar chords, because it does really help with kind of barring and more strength with that first finger, but as I've just showed there, it brings some riff playing on and then some lead playing. All of that is just kind of minor pentatonic blues riffs between the 5th and 7th fret, but I'm constantly relying on this technique to be able to do that. I'm relying on this technique of having a flat first finger and a third and middle finger that are pretty flexible, that are, you know, they've got a lot more movement to them. They're flying about all over the place. But first finger is pretty static. And that is a technique that can be practiced and really brought on with the A chord with one finger and the D over A chord, the chord of rock. Let me know how you get on with that in the comments below. I'll leave some other recommended tutorials on the screen now. Wish you all the best with this one, guys. I'll see you next time.